Every Smash Bros. Game is a masterpiece in its own right, so you think that would make it a really hard list to rank from worst to best, but no, it's easy. Of course, this is my opinion, so a lot of you will be salty and angry for some reason, so yeah, just a heads up there. Anyways, let's get into this. Every Super Smash Bros. Game ranked. Starting off will be from the worst and / the least favorite Smash Bros. Title, and for me, that'll be of course Super Smash Bros. For the N64. The first in the series, and it's a great game in its own right. It has such a great starting roster for the time, and the sound design is insanely fun to hear. It definitely started a series of the century, and I can't thank this game enough for that. It'll always be the good old original Smash, that one that started it all, but sadly, that's just not enough compared to the other titles in the series. It really is just a wacky fighting game on the N64, and I think the only thing barely keeping it alive now is some really great combos and combo contests held every so often. And the fact that it's the original bringing all the characters together are really the only two reasons this game is still mentioned. Other than that, super great start to the franchise in my opinion, but my least favorite just from sheer limitations. It doesn't have that much content, whether it be due to limited characters or the fact that there are no side Vs. Let's stray away from the N64 and let's talk about my next least favorite on my ranked list. This is where I think people will start to see I'm kinda weird, but I think Smash 4 is the next one. Now this is really weird for me too because I love Smash 4. The gameplay, the mechanics from the characters are some of the best in the series. Huge roster of characters, all types of crazy newcomers that didn't seem possible like Cloud, Bayonetta, Villager, Pac-Man, and Mega Man. Yeah, tons of new faces. It was really a great time to be alive with tons and tons of hype surrounding reveals and releases. We got amazing Smash Bros. Amiibo, and never forget a much better online than Brawl had on the Wii. For Glory was legendary, even though it was very laggy and salty most times. It was a hilarious time to play. Rest in peace Smash 4 honestly, so it should be higher on my list. I really want it to be, but I can't. I just can't. Even though Smash 4 had some revolutionary gameplay for the Smash series as a whole, there was not enough for me to want to play every day and every night like the other titles. The extra games and more modes were kind of cluttered, if that makes sense. Not really taking an organized path, just all around hectic fighting and chaos when it comes to menus and figuring out what's what. Home Run Test was still there, but Target Test kinda dipped and Angry Birds came in. I really love Target Smash, so that was a huge bummer for me. Smash Tour I played no more than 3 times, kinda lame when you're playing alone, and it just wasn't too memorable. The stats and records, I adore it, had some decent stat menus that I would like to look into more and see how much I played with certain characters and whatnot. Other than For Glory though, the online was lame for me. I don't want to play laggy for fun mode ever in my life, and that was just disappointing. All of this really dragged Smash 4 to a breaking point, becoming stale in the later years. If it had better extra modes, it might have beat my next option on this ranked list. Melee. Yep, Melee it beat Smash 4, but not Brawl and Ultimate. Make sure you stick around to find out which one came as my best, but for now, let me explain myself with Melee. I do not like Melee like y'all do. I don't like the competitive scene. I hate 85% of Melee's characters. I am starting to dislike the salty pro players that are in Melee. It's a weird relationship that me and Melee have. As far as my favorites, technically, I like Melee the least, but if you ask me which I think is technically a better game and which one I would play, I would pick up Melee over Smash 64 and etc. Melee growing up was legendary. The GameCube was such an amazing system, so with Melee taking on the more real style of graphics, it made Melee look so intimidating and eye-opening. The core gameplay is fast, technical, which lots of people love, and I think it's fine, but the real competition is only with like 6 characters, so I can never get competitive with it because I like picking more bad characters, and with Melee, if I picked the trash monster, I would get laughed at, shamed, destroyed, and not even given a chance. At least with Smash 4 and now Ultimate, I can pick a lower character and not try to become top tier, but make a name for myself and at least have people respect me for my decisions. Melee will never be my favorite Smash game at all, but I do think it's one of the better titles, especially all the extras. The cute adventure mode and all the wonderful events were new to Melee starting with it. Trophies became a thing and were outstanding to collect, and still are. Going back and trying to unlock everything is still a blast just like day one. The characters for the most part good looking and the extras are a force to be reckoned with. Lots of gamers will have Melee as their favorite Smash from pure nostalgia, and that's fine, but some of them think it's the best Smash, and that is not the case one bit. Okay, so the next two is obviously Brawl and Ultimate. I really have to explain myself for this one. I'm ranking them off of what I think are better games, not what I think are my favorite. Because if it's ranked by what I like personally, then Melee is at the bottom, and Brawl will always be at my number 1. So, my second to last spot is Brawl for the case alone. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is my favorite Super Smash Bros. Game, and I think it's the second best Smash title. It has almost everything I could ask for in a Smash game. Of course, jokes aside, it's considered to be the worst, based off of the competitive standpoint and tripping and slow casual gameplay. This turns off lots of players, so Melee and Smash 4 got all the spotlight. With Ultimate out, that game is stealing all the spotlight, which I am perfectly fine with. But Brawl is my favorite Smash game, heck, one of my favorite games of all time. It has my favorite trophy system, the coin launcher. I can just sit for hours in that junk listening to the gorgeous track, shooting trophies. The classic mode and all the extras are there. They're some of my favorite versions in the series, and the character has innovative tie-ins for Smash as a whole. Snake and Sonic, what? That was crazy 10 years ago, and I will never forget unlocking these characters. Assist trophies went mad, having Nintendogs and all these cool retro characters. The character models look so good and dark and heavy, which yes, weird for Nintendo, but it works perfectly for the game. That's just most of the gameplay. Some of the bigger reasons I love this game is mostly based off the Subspace Emissary. Golly, this mode gives me so much joy. I do realize how repetitive it can be, and to some, it can be a bit bland, having too many familiar worlds. I agree with that, I do. But they basically do the exact same thing in Mario Karts, and y'all weren't complaining, so shush. The cutscenes are what makes this mode beautiful to look at. It really shows a new side in Nintendo and their characters, which was perfect for the Wii. The music too is also the best in the series, at least to me. I mean, you can't tell me the main theme isn't the most sensational feeling in the world. I could breathe that song's air and feel more alive than I've ever felt before. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but that's just how much I love this game. So yeah, overall, my favorite Smash game. It has lots of faults, which doesn't make it the best Smash game, but that title obviously goes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the daddy of all daddies, the game of all games, one of the craziest games I've ever played. Now the game still is new, so I haven't spent too many hours in the extra modes, but that does not even matter. This game does so much right, it makes me want to die, just combust. The online still has a rough point, having Elite Smash being a really cool concept, but comes off disappointing the most, especially since there isn't a set rule set for matches, which means some kid could pick one stock items on some weird stage like that flower level or, dear god, a scrolling level. And the game doesn't have DLC yet, which could slightly change the pace of the tier list. At the time of recording, Joker and Piranha Plant still have to come out, but they seem like really fun additions. Mostly Joker, I can't wait to really see how he actually plays. What really makes this the best Smash game though is the overall premise of the title, which is everyone is here. Everyone is here. All the characters from each Smash Bros, new additions like King K. Rool, Simon Belmont, Incineroar, not just characters too. Modes are better in this game, like Classic Mode, and a complete new addition that I think appeals to both Melee lovers and Brawl lovers, which is the World of Light. Crazy trailers came out for that, and the spirits in this game can add some unique flavor to Smash battles as a whole. It's kind of like a whole new category of items basically, and the fact that we can play as 70 plus characters that all happen to feel great and so much fun to play as, with almost 1,000 music tracks, is just wow. And almost every stage with some new ones, which are yes, Splatoon stage, Mario Odyssey stage, they're so sexy to look at. I think what really makes this game hit the nail on its head is the community hyping it up. We were all super excited to finally get a new Smash, and on the Switch, it's just perfect for all of us. I even made lots of bets with friends telling them I will beat them, whether it be with Isabelle or some form of Link, who knows. It's just a beautiful experience and I'm glad to be a part of it. I've never gotten a game this close to release before, and to have it be Smash Bros just blows my mind to the highest extent. I really do dislike lots of people in the community. Mostly Melee. Smash Bros kind of remastered with what salt means in gaming, and the overall people I watch on YouTube and the people around me are having a blast with the game, and for that, I thank all of you, and I thank Nintendo. Thanks for making one of the best games ever, and one of the best games of 2018 too. That was hard to do with all the God of War and Spider-Man and Celeste, Red Dead 2. It's impressive. Thanks for making 2018 just a little bit better for me. So with that being said, that's my Smash Bros. Games ranked list. I wish you will subscribe to and like this video. Tell me in the comments your main and your favorite Smash game. Just something, because I always respond, since I love talking to you weirdos. Recommend me any ideas and make sure to follow my social too. I think I have an Instagram and Twitter and MySpace. I don't even know junk like that. Search around, hit me up, we can be friends, collab. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later this week with more content. Peace.